My name is Jenny J, and I'm a creator. Welcome back to the channel. So I asked you to send me your questions, what you wanted to know about being a creator, a photographer, a videographer, about the entire world of running businesses. I already got a couple, so today I'm gonna answer with my first video. The first question sent by Amy Woodjat, an artist based in the UK. She's amazing, check her out. The first question is really, how do you organize your time running two businesses, putting out content, pushing out content? So here's my answer on time management. Irony, if you know who I am. First and foremost, I will say, preface, emphasis, underline, appreciation for my mother. My mother is an organizational queen, and she coaches with everything from life to organizing to time management and incorporating all of that holistically in your life. I have always complained about the methods that she has tried to implement until about last year. I started actually implementing them. It's just been amazing for me, my career, my client work. So here we go. Step number one, prioritize and do things one at a time. When you are distracted by notifications, when you are interrupted by phone calls, it is actually so easy to get distracted. When you actually make your plan about what you're doing, actually spend time doing what you told yourself you were going to do. That means phones off, that means distractions away, that means no phone calls, that means no music if you're the kind of person who's gonna get distracted by music, and be so mindful of who is also in that space. I'm so easily distracted by conversation. I love talking to people. I love getting to know the way people think. That's not really helpful when I'm trying to get work done. So sometimes I will say, I am excusing myself from this lovely conversation because I actually have a deadline and I can't afford to. Number two, set a timetable. Don't know why I'm saying that. That's have fun. Set a timetable for yourself, and that means actually organizing your calendar. Now, whether that's a physical planner, whether that's a Google Calendar, actually block off time for you to do the things that you need to get done. Whether that is production, whether that is editing. When you shoot an event, have you actually blocked off the 3 hours it might take to edit those selects for the event coverage that you did? And if you haven't, where are you putting that into your schedule? What are the turnaround times that you've promised clients? Are you actually able to deliver on that? What I do now that I used to never do, and it's changed my life, and maybe this is super simple and you're already doing it, so in that case, you're probably one step forward than I am. When I promise turnaround times to client, I actually look at my calendar holistically and say, well, in general, this video might take 2 weeks to put out, but I'm producing something here and I'm filming something here and I'm traveling for 3 days. So even though it might take 2 weeks, realistically, it might actually take 4. And that is only going to be realistic if you create that timetable and you actually allocate time for not just filming, not just photographing, not just creating content, but the time it's gonna take for you to produce that and put that out. Number 3, plan it, post it, profit is the slogan for the content planner. The content planner is this physical planner created by Kat Gaskin. I actually filmed a video for the planner super recently. It's either coming out as you're watching this or would have just come out or is going to come out. Who knows? Don't know when this is gonna be posted. The content planner is one form of being able to actually take the content that you have and strategize. So if you want to be a content creator, you have to think about the fact that you are not just doing client work, but you are also branding yourself as a content creator. So what content are you putting out? Do you have a demo reel? I don't have a demo reel yet. It's been working out great for me, but it's on my list of things I need to do. Do you have your website? Do you have your portfolio? Are you showing up, actually showing up on your profiles or your brands as someone who is doing this work? That you've got photos of yourself doing the work, that you are doing the work and also showing up, letting people know. So that's my number 3, and we're gonna hit it up with a number 4. Which is take time for yourself. This is the reminder that my mother wishes I listened to more. This is the reminder that I wish I listened to more. Take time to sleep, take time to do a morning routine, take time to make sure that you are healthy and that you are whole. And when we create schedules, we always create schedules on optimistic beliefs of what we think is going to happen in our life. Make sure you've got buffers. Make sure you've got 3 days somewhere in a month that if things are going not well, or life happens, or somebody gets sick or someone passes away, that you actually can afford to give yourself that time. And you need to be able to afford to give yourself that time off. As content creators, we get told, as entrepreneurs, we get told that we need to hustle and we need to work 16-hour days and we need to do all of this, and we don't account for the well-being of ourselves. We have only our body. You can only do as much as you are physically capable of doing. So take care of yourself, love yourself, give yourself a hug, all of those things. And the last one, number 5, the 80-20 rule. So this is something that my friend over at ORGASHELL, Gamal, Assaad, the founder, he lives by. The 80-20 rule is really prioritizing 20% of your energy into something that's going to give you an 80% return. So what are you actually doing, and how much is it going to benefit you when you put it out there? And are you wasting 80% of your energy on something that's going to give you 20% of a return? Because a lot of time we get stuck in fake productivity. We think we're doing so much. We think we've had a good productive day, but we kind of just wasted 8 hours of time working on one graphic or editing something that was super fun, but isn't actually doing anything to move your career forward or move your content forward. So 20% of energy, 80% of output. Listen to Gamal, he's a great person. Also check out his wallet, there's a Kickstarter, which also comes to my bonus number 6. Spend time actually harboring relationships. And it seems like a weird thing to incorporate into time management, but it actually is so important. It can be very easy to get lost having coffees with people. Instead, I actually combine my networking with actually content creation. So when I meet cool people that I'm like, I want to work with you, love your brand, love what you're doing, do you know what I do? We set up a shoot. So I'm constantly going to be bringing up these names and these companies that I'm working with and all of that, but it's because every single time I do, these aren't paid partnerships. Unless you count the fact that some of it is client work. But I really care about the people that I am working with, and that is so inherently important. So that has been your 5 tips, well 6. That has been your 6 tips on how to stay organized, how to stay on top of things. I have a tendency to talk a lot sometimes, so this might have been a little longer than I thought. Regardless, send me your questions. Send me what you want to know. Send me what you're struggling with. Maybe we're struggling with the same thing. We can work together to make it better, do things better, and to continue growing. I'm going to start sharing some of the client work and everything that I'm doing. So stay tuned, do the thing, like, subscribe, share, comment, say hello, and just ask Jenny.